Hello, everyone. My name is Ashaki, and I'm 30 years old. I work as a nurse at a busy hospital in a small town called Maplewood. My job is to take care of sick people, and I work long shifts, sometimes during the day and sometimes at night. In today's video, you'll hear Ashaki's emotional and honest story, a story full of feelings, choices, and life lessons. But this is not just any story. While listening to Ashaki, you'll also have the chance to practice your English through vocabulary building and shadowing exercises. So get ready to improve your listening and speaking skills in a fun and meaningful way. Watch until the end, because after the story, we'll dive into two special sections, vocabulary in action and shadowing practice, so you can put what you've learned into practice. Let's get started. Ashaki's story.
Hello, everyone. In today's video, you'll hear an honest story. A story full of feelings, choices, and life lessons. But this is not just any story. While listening to you'll also have the chance to practice your English through vocabulary building and shadowing exercises. So, get ready to improve your listening and speaking skills in a fun and meaningful way. Watch until the end, because after the story, we'll dive into two special sections, vocabulary in action and shadowing practice, so you can put what you've learned into practice. Let's get started.
One day, a new doctor started working at our hospital. His name was Ethan. Ethan was 32 years old and very handsome. He had dark hair and green eyes, and he always smiled. Everyone liked him because he was kind and friendly. At first, I thought he wouldn't notice me. I am an ordinary woman, I don't wear fancy clothes, and I'm not very slim. I didn't think Ethan would be interested in me. But then Ethan started talking to me. He was always friendly and asked how I was doing. He smiled at me every day. I was surprised because I never expected someone like Ethan to be interested in someone like me. One day, Ethan asked if I needed a ride home. I said yes, and he drove me in his car. We talked the whole way about work, our lives, and our families. I felt happy talking to him because he was easy to talk to. After that, Ethan often gave me rides home. Sometimes he brought me coffee at work, and we spent lunch breaks together in the cafeteria. I started to like him more and more. I looked forward to seeing him every day. One weekend, Ethan asked if I wanted to go to the movies. We both had a day off, so I said yes. We watched a movie and then went for a walk. We talked for hours, and I was very happy. I thought maybe Ethan liked me as much as I liked him. But a few days later, Ethan told me something that surprised me. He said, "Olivia, I need to tell you something. I'm married." I was shocked. I didn't know he had a wife. He never mentioned her, and he didn't wear a wedding ring. Ethan explained that he had been married for 6 years. His wife's name was Claire. They didn't have children. He said he was unhappy in his marriage. They had little in common and didn't spend much time together. Ethan told me he liked spending time with me because I made him happy. He said he felt comfortable with me and enjoyed our conversations. I didn't know what to do. I liked Ethan very much, but I didn't want to cause any problems. I thought about why Ethan liked me if he already had a wife. Claire was probably very beautiful, and I couldn't understand why he wanted to spend time with me. I felt confused. A few days later, I went to a large supermarket in the city. While walking through the aisles, I heard a familiar voice. It was Ethan talking to someone. I saw him before he saw me. He was with a woman who I guessed was Claire. Claire was very beautiful, tall and elegant. She looked like a model and wore expensive clothes. They were laughing and looked very happy together. I felt sad and left quickly because I didn't want them to see me. At home, I thought about everything. Why did Ethan spend time with me if he had such a beautiful wife? I didn't want to be the other woman. I wanted to make the right decision, but it was hard. That night, I couldn't sleep. I thought about Ethan's kindness and how much I enjoyed being with him. But I also thought about Claire. I didn't understand why Ethan would choose me over his wife. The next day at work, I felt tired and sad. I didn't want to see Ethan, but I knew I had to talk to him. When I saw him, he smiled like everything was normal, but I couldn't smile back. I said, "Ethan, we need to talk." He looked confused and asked, "What's wrong, Olivia?" I told him, "I saw you at the supermarket with your wife. You looked happy. I don't understand why you are spending time with me if you are happy with her." Ethan looked sad and said, "I'm not happy, Olivia. Claire and I don't have the same connection that you and I have. With you, I can be myself. You make me feel alive." I didn't know what to say. I liked Ethan, but I didn't want to be the reason his marriage fell apart. I decided to take some time to think and told Ethan I needed space. In the next few days, I thought a lot and talked to my best friend, Mia. She is always honest with me. Mia said, "Olivia, you deserve someone who can be with you fully. Don't settle for less." I knew she was right. I needed to think about my happiness and what I wanted in life. A week later, Ethan called and wanted to meet. I was nervous but knew I had to be honest. We met at a park and I told him, "Ethan, I care about you, but I can't be in this situation. You need to decide what you really want. If you're unhappy with Claire, you should talk to her, but I can't be the other woman." Ethan looked sad but understood. He said, "I care about you, Olivia. I'll think about everything. I just want you to be happy." We said goodbye, and I walked home feeling both sad and strong. I knew I made the right decision, but it wasn't easy. Life is full of difficult choices, but sometimes we have to choose what is best for ourselves.
Wow! Olivia's story really makes you think, doesn't it? Making tough decisions, especially when your heart is involved, is never easy. What do you think you would have done in her situation? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And now, let's take a closer look at some important vocabulary from Olivia's story. These are not just any words. They're powerful words that carry deep meaning and emotion. So get ready to learn, practice, and even write your own short story using them. Vocabulary in action. Let's take a moment to look at some of the important words that came up in Olivia's story. These are not just everyday words. They carry deep emotions and meaning. Here are 5 key vocabulary words from Olivia's story. Married, confused, happy, kind, decision. Let's look at how these words were used in real-life situations. Example 1. The married couple was happy on their anniversary. They were kind to each other and made an important decision to travel together. So what does married mean? It means 2 people who are legally and officially together in a relationship, like husband and wife or partners in a committed union. And decision? That's when you choose something after thinking about your options. Example 2. After feeling confused about her job, Anna made a decision to ask for help. Her friends were kind and made her happy again. Feeling confused means you're unsure or don't understand something clearly. Being kind means showing care, respect, and generosity toward others. Example 3. John was married last year. He was confused about moving to a new city, but his kind neighbors made him happy and helped with the decision. Now it's your turn to use these words. Try writing your own short story or sentence using all 5 words. Married, confused, happy, kind, decision. For example, last year, my cousin got married. She looked so happy on her wedding day. But later, she felt confused about where to live. Her parents were very kind and gave her good advice. Finally, she made a decision to move close to her family. Don't be shy. Type your story in the comments. We'll read and reply to as many as we can. Ready to practice speaking next? Great! Let's move on to the shadowing practice section. Shadowing practice. Repeat after me and try to speak clearly. The married couple was happy on their anniversary. One more time. The married couple was happy on their anniversary. Good job! They were kind to each other and made an important decision to travel together. One more time. They were kind to each other and made an important decision to travel together. Nice work! After feeling confused about her job, Anna made a decision to ask for help. One more time. After feeling confused about her job, Anna made a decision to ask for help. Great! Her friends were kind and made her happy again. One more time. Her friends were kind and made her happy again. Well done! John was married last year. One more time. John was married last year. Excellent! He was confused about moving to a new city. One more time. He was confused about moving to a new city. Good job! But his kind neighbors made him happy and helped with the decision. One more time. But his kind neighbors made him happy and helped with the decision. Well done! See how natural that sounds now? If you're reading along and repeating, you're doing an amazing job improving your spoken English. Keep it up. Thank you for watching Olivia's story. And what a powerful story it was. It wasn't just about love and difficult choices. It was also a great way for you to practice real-life English. Remember, learning English is more than memorizing rules and words. It's about understanding people, emotions, and situations. Just like Olivia's journey. So keep practicing your listening and speaking skills through stories like this one. Type your own short story using today's vocabulary in the comments. We'd love to read it. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Hit subscribe for more English learning videos every week. And click the bell to turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson. See you next time, and keep speaking English with confidence.